Hello everyone, I'm Professor Harper and I'll be your teacher for this class, Journalism and the Law, the online version. And I guess just a couple of points before we get started. One, if you have any questions about this class, you can always reach me at charper@temple.edu. That's CHARPER at temple.edu. The other thing that's really important in this class is that you keep up. It's really easy when you're not faced with going to class 2 times a week or once a week or 3 times a week to fall behind. And it's very, very difficult to catch up. So keep in mind that you need to contact me if you have any troubles or any questions. And secondly, you got to keep up with the work. Now let's get started and I'll give you an overview of what we're going to be doing. We'll be using Canvas for this course, and if you go to Canvas, you'll see the online course here with the various modules, the introduction, First Amendment, prior restraint, ethics, and defamation. And then you will see under assignments, the various assignments that you need to do during the course of our time together. Under discussions, this is where I will post questions during the week, and this will be the grade for participation. In an online class, the participation becomes much more important because we're not in the face-to-face area where we can discuss things on a continuing basis. Now, grades will be under grades, and you see the various items that are covered under grades. Now, here you'll find the syllabus, and let's just go through the syllabus so that this is a required course for the journalism major. You will find the video lectures under this URL on YouTube, and they're shown here. I'll just go there for the time being. You can see the various ones here: Week 1, Introduction, Law and Modern Society, Legal Citations, and these are my lectures, but also there are some which will provide you with how to do a particular assignment. So for example, we will be doing abstracts, which is a description and analysis of the various court decisions. So you can see they're relatively short in length, and they are under this YouTube URL. You might want to subscribe to it so that you can go to it quickly. There will be a legal research exercise, which is due in the second week of class. You will find that under assignments. There are case briefs or abstracts. We'll do 2 of those. I will assign those to each individual, and you will file those. There is an impact analysis, which essentially is a case brief, but then it adds information on how did this particular decision, most of the time in the U.S. Supreme Court, impact other cases and serve as what's called a precedent for cases that came after that. So for example, we'll take a look at the New York Times versus the United States. It's called the Pentagon Papers case, and it basically involved the Nixon administration's attempt to stop the New York Times and the Washington Post from publishing sensitive documents about the Vietnam War. This became a precedent which did not allow for the government to come in and stop publication when it came to newspapers. We will have a final paper. There will be 2 exams which will be done online, and here is the participation or the discussion area. A distribution of the grades, an explanation of the various papers and projects that are due here, and then a week-by-week breakdown of what we'll be doing in the class. Now, there are some specific URLs and websites that are useful to obtaining information about various legal cases. One is lawjustitia.com. I tend to use that one, but there's also FindLaw. You might find that one useful as well. And there's also a useful site at Cornell University at law.cornell.edu. Now, your tendency might be to go to Wikipedia or Google or something like that. I think you'll find it much better to go directly to these cases. Now, sometimes if you're having some real problems understanding which justice voted which way, go to Wikipedia, look it up, and get a general sense of which side went in what direction. And sometimes these can be difficult to figure out. But then go back to what's actually listed under the case at these various sites. We also will be using a database through the Temple Library called Westlaw. So if you go to your library account and you find databases and you type in Westlaw, it will provide you with Westlaw Campus Research. And you click on this and it will basically allow you to find the cases that you want, statutes, which are laws, regulations, which can be laws, but if you look at federal materials, it will go through federal cases and it will go through the various parts of the country. There are state materials so that you can go to Pennsylvania, for example, and you will find whether it's in the various state court cases, the Commonwealth being the lowest form and the Supreme Court being the highest form. So that this source, Westlaw, will be a very, very useful tool. And I have put up some materials on how to use this. It's one that you'll have to essentially go through the tutorials to figure out how it best serves you. So that's what we have, and let's get started. So we'll see you online. Thank you.